Hi there, I want to do a little video and I think I want to talk about unhealed parts and how reality is simply your mirror. The way it works, and I've been shown on this path, the spiritual awakening ascension journey, how reality is your mirror. Right, everything is a reflection of you, and it has to be that way because reality is like a radio, and like a radio, you can't get on the channel if you're not close enough to the frequency. It's like a rule, right? It's the same with reality. That's the rule of the universe, or rule of space, is that you can't be sat and have someone that's not in sync with your frequency. So they're your mirrors. And the reason why you're getting frustrated sometimes is because they're actually your spirit guides, your angels, bringing out unhealed part. Angels are not those who live in other dimensions. They're the ones who are exactly present with you. And this information that I'm saying, a lot of people won't like it. But this is the way that it is. And if you're looking at everything, they're whatever. If you're going, trying to separate everything and make everything else someone else's fault, then you're going to make yourself more unhealed and more scarred within. And this ultimately leads to, whatever your emotional state is, will be your physical experience. When someone's born into a reality, their physical ship, their body, is a manifestation from their consciousness before they decide to be born. So that's the way that it is. So when someone's born into abundance, that's because that's the state of consciousness they've been in anyway. So your emotional state and how healed you are determines your experience. So it's very, very important that you toughen up and look at everything as it is, as your reflections. And this is what happened to me when I had the awakening. Basically what happened is I basically remembered what my soul already knew, and I instinctively knew how to heal, and that everything was and everything became my reflections. A bit too powerful at the start, because I was going by everything separation and blaming everything else, but I realised this thing wasn't going to go away. This is, because when it's time to wake up, it's time to wake up, and there's no letting you off the hook. And when it's your time, it's like a death transition thing. And that's the way that it is. And regarding the path that I'm on, I'm constantly getting shown things, and it's like a circle of information. And the circle of information is always, getting, it's a deeper understanding I'm getting all the time. And my mind actually, the way I see life, I've always seen things in a simple manner. When I was growing up in school, I was seen as the stupid one. And I think that's because I've got a very simple mind. But on this journey, it seems like that simple way of thinking is actually helping with the path. So that's almost like turned out to be a great part of me, that simple way of looking at things, because people tell me that I explain it simply, and I think it's that simple part of me that does that. When I'm receiving things, sometimes I won't respond to calls or anything like that because I'm receiving things, I'm receiving information, and this is ultimately the most important thing. So that's just the way that it is. This path means everything to me, because if I don't work very, very hard on this journey, then how can I possibly help other people? That's the way I look at it. If I've got to work extremely hard, so that means shutting out everything else that you're attracted to, because everything out there is just a distraction away from what's within you. That's all it is. And I'm very aware of that. It's a distraction matrix to distract you from what's inside you. See, the system is not actually a bunch of people, it's actually a simulation. So that's why it's a never-ending chase, you see. It's, you know, if you think that a person is going to go into government and change your life, then you're dreaming. Because you're not dealing with a person here. You're dealing with a computer. It's like you against a computer. But the computer is, you are the infinite computer. You are the infinite matrix. So it's all distractions that you've created a game, but the game is that you've just got to ignore it and go within. And this is, the more you do this, because the attractions are so attractive, the stuff is so attractive, this is strengthening your intelligence. The more you pull away from it. It's strengthening your real intelligence, which is the psyche, the soul mind. The more you pull away. And the soul mind, the psyche, is the infinite everything outside of your body. That's the real intelligence. It's not inside your body, it's the infinite everything outside of it, because the body itself is just a holographic illusion. We are infinite consciousness, which is nothingness. Nothingness is consciousness, it's an infinite thing. And in it is infinite imagination. Just imagines these, almost like a constant infinite dream state. And it constantly dreams up things. And that's what reality is. So when you start to, notice this, that it's just imagination, I always say to people, what is real? And they all, people who think they're smart always have an answer. But, the more intelligent people will say what I'm saying. What is real? The intelligent people will actually ask questions, actually. There's the ones who aren't smart, they'll always have a response, you see. Because they cannot understand. When you're responding, you're not understanding. Because to understand it means you have to go away, you have to not respond, you have to not let your ego get the better of you. And you have to go away, and you have to work out things in your own head and have the guts to not respond and try and get the better of that person in that situation. It's all about keeping this quiet, go away on your own and think about things. That's what I do. When I'm given the information, sometimes it's powerful information, but it takes me sometimes a while to work it out, but I don't respond, I don't think, I don't let the ego control me. It's all about being in your heart space. That's the thing that ultimately you've got to get in. Because within that heart space is a tiny space that is the doorway to divine consciousness. It's the only way. The only way to divine consciousness is within. But anyway, I think I'll just end it there. If you're watching it, you're meant to watch it. Everything's perfect and divine. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.